Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on the patio. It is a beautiful, beautiful day here today. Just gorgeous. I mean, just gorgeous. It's about, I think it's about 78 degrees today. It's just gorgeous out here. And today I'm smoking my Morgan Bones, which is coloring up beautifully. This is one I got from Grateful Dog back when we were both still living in San Diego. Now we're both in Virginia. But at the time we were both in San Diego and members of the San Diego Pipe Club, and he gave me that pipe. Just a beautiful smoking pipe, gorgeous pipe to look at. I just love the grain detail in that pipe. And if you haven't smoked a Morgan Bones, they're great smoking pipes, boy. They're relatively inexpensive, $39, $49, something like that, for the bare bones pipes. Great quality pipe. And in it, I am smoking Mylon Tobacco's Joe's Blend. This is one of my favorite tobaccos at the moment. Currently in my top 5. I just absolutely love this blend. It's kind of it's an English, but it's a very complex English. It's got a lot of stuff going on in this tobacco, and it's I would almost classify it as an English aromatic almost, but when you smoke it, it's an English. When you smell it, there's some aromatic stuff going on in there too that's just man, I just absolutely love this tobacco. It is just the complexities of it, there's just a lot going on in this tobacco. I'm using my old Pops tamper here that old Pops made for me. It's got onion on one side and 2 a.m. pipe on 2 a.m. on the other side. Using my 2 a.m. pipe on the patio lighter that Sadie gave me for Christmas. And this is just a wonderful tobacco. If you guys haven't tried Mylon tobaccos, I really highly recommend you calling them up, going on their website and ordering. Try the Joe's Blend. Highly recommend that one. They have probably the best aromatics I have ever tried in my life. Their aromatics, I'm not a big aromatic guy. They have the best aromatics I have ever smoked in my life, because they actually taste the way they smell. Their reflections, their Jefferson Street, those are amazing, just amazing aromatics. And they've got some other really good tobaccos as well. Their Sugar Barrel Match, our Sugar Barrel, they call it, is really good. I really enjoy that one. There's another one, I can't think of the name of it right now, that they have that I just love. They've got just some great stuff, and David is great with helping you figure out what you want. You tell him what you like, and he can tell you stuff that they have that'll get you in that ballpark and help you out with that. And Kurt is awesome there. Everybody's awesome there. Everybody that works there is just fantastic. Kurt's wonderful guy. David is just fantastic. Everybody there is just incredible, and every time I go in there, they're just wonderful to me. And everybody that I see going in there, they're wonderful to every single person that goes in there. And when I bring somebody in there, and they're just so helpful and wonderful to everybody I bring in there. And it's just it makes me so proud that is my neighborhood tobacconist. That when I bring somebody from out of town in there, they treat them just wonderfully. And I just highly recommend checking out Mylon Tobacco. And they're known everywhere. I mean, because of their great tobaccos and their great service. And I just love this Joe's Blend. It's becoming one of it's in my top 5 right now. I just love this stuff. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Frogmorton Cellar. It's kind of got that a little bit of that. It's not, it's not a match for Frogmorton Cellar in any way. But that's kind of what it reminds me of, is that Frogmorton Cellar. Boswell's Northwoods. It's got that light English kind of thing going on, and I love it. But there's such a complex nature of the flavors going on in it that it's just wonderful. Spewing ash all over myself here, making a mess. I love listening to the birds. It's funny, this pipe it's gotten much darker on the thumb side of the pipe when I'm holding it. I think I have three of the Bones pipes. I have the San Diego Pipe Club Pipe of the Year. I have this one, and then the San Diego Pipe Club gave me a really nice Bones pipe when I left San Diego and moved to Virginia. They gave me a beautiful Bones pipe. And these Morgan Bones pipes are really nice pipes, and they've got nice thick walls on them, and they smoke nice and cool. So I'm trying to switch hands when I'm holding this one so the other side will darken up evenly. Because when you get them, they're much lighter than this. The wood is much lighter, and if you can kind of see it doesn't really show up there, but it's a much lighter wood, and they just darken as you smoke them, and much like the unfinished Savinellis used to. And I love the finish on these, the rustic finish on them, and they're just God, I just love these pipes. Sebastian, thank you for this pipe. I love smoking this one. Man, it's just beautiful out here today. Just gorgeous. Won't be long, we'll be hearing the cicadas and getting fireflies out here. Looking forward to that. That's my favorite time of the year, is when the cicadas and the fireflies, lightning bugs. Those are that's my favorite time of the year. I love just having the windows open at night and just listening to all the katydids and the cicadas, and sitting out here at night and watching the lightning bugs. And we didn't have none of those in California when I lived out there, and when we moved here, it was a whole new world. And you know, I read about those when I was a kid. You know, I'd read stories about lightning bugs and katydids and cicadas. And you'd watch movies and you'd hear the cicadas in them, and you know. And I remember driving across country. I don't know when it was. Probably 2015 or something like that. Drove. I did 28 states in 8 weeks, and we wound up in South Carolina for a few weeks. And we stayed in Greenville for 2 weeks. Greenville, South Carolina. And we just went out from Greenville and made Greenville our hub for 2 weeks. And the cicadas were going crazy, and I used to go out and sit on the back porch at night, smoke my pipe, and just revel in that, man. It was just the coolest. It was just the coolest thing I ever experienced, was sitting on that back porch or that back patio in Greenville, South Carolina. And listening to those cicadas. And I saw on that trip, it was the first time I'd ever seen lightning bugs. So I'm first in St. Louis. And then in Nashville, we stopped for dinner at the Loveless Cafe. And in the parking lot, there were lightning bugs all over outside the Loveless Cafe. And man, they were just everywhere. And I was like a little kid, man. I was just fascinated by them. And, you know, I just saw a couple in St. Louis, you know, just a few in St. Louis, but in Nashville, they were everywhere at the Loveless Cafe. And, but then here, you know, here at this house, they're everywhere in the yard here. And we can sit out here and just watch them for hours and hours. Front yard and backyard, they're everywhere. I just love it. I love it. And then hearing the cicadas and the katydids. Last year I saw a katydid for the first time. I saw a katydid, and that was I didn't know what it was. I took a picture of it and did a Google thing or whatever, and it was a katydid, and it was green, and it was like, holy smokes, those are awesome, you know. So just discovering all kinds of cool stuff here. But anyway, we didn't get none of this stuff in California, you know. It was we probably had stuff in California they don't have here, but I haven't seen any tarantulas here, you know, which was something we used to see a lot in California. And haven't seen a tarantula here, so I don't know if they have tarantulas here. Last year I saw my first few rat snakes out here, which was cool. Big black rat snakes. Ringneck snakes. It's fun living here. I think I saw a rabbit making a den down in the yard earlier today, so I gotta watch when I'm mowing down there now. So destroy her little den. So I'll have to go walk around down there just to make sure. Figure out where it is and put a stake down there so I know where it is when I'm mowing, so I go around it. We got an injured deer. Front leg was necrotic. It was all black and just kind of hanging and limping around. And so I called wildlife, Virginia Wildlife, and just asked them what to be looking for and everything, and they said, the best thing to do is leave it alone, and that they tend to work through it, and they said if you find it that it's unable to get up and move, then something needs to be done at that point. But as long as it's able to move around, to just leave it be. So just keeping an eye on it. We had about 9 deer in the yard that day. And they were all just walking around, and they bed down on the side yard over here, and I just keep an eye out on it, make sure that it's able to move around and not coming up to where it can't move around and can't feed itself. Try not to interfere with it, Just let nature take its course. But the lady was really helpful. She was really helpful. She said, they had one last year, the same kind of issue, necrotic leg, and it's still around, still worked through it just fine, and now it's just got 3 legs, but it's out there and has a couple babies and doing fine. So good resource to have. You know, I don't want to see them suffering, but I don't want to interfere with them, you know. And there's, you know, there's bears out here that need to eat too. So anyway, that's what's been going on here. Gorgeous day. It's clouding up a little bit. It's supposed to be hot tomorrow, up in the 80s. And Monday is supposed to get down into about 60, 65 or 63, I think it is. So Monday will be the mowing day. I'll get out and mow the yard Monday. Tomorrow I'll probably do the backyard because our renter isn't here on the weekends, so I'll do the backyard tomorrow, and so that I'm not bothering her. But anyway, catch y'all later. Have a good one. God bless.